Well, hey there, friends. I'm Mr. Tyler. I'm excited to do some art with you this week. So this video is for the beginner's worksheet. I'm just going to work through a couple of those pages for you. We are learning about Frida Kahlo. She was from Mexico. As you probably know from the PowerPoint, we're going to get into some of her art with still life and how she loved to draw her pets, especially her parrot, Benito. And I'm excited to work through that. So I'm on my computer, and my little mouse here is going to be my pencil, but you'll need a pencil for this part. And I started on this page. You have this in your packet. Just save this for the art video later. You're going to need this, so don't draw on it yet. Just save this aside until you do the art video. But then flip over your page. You should be here. And so we're going to learn how to do some still life. Really, it's a practice of artists like Frida Kahlo would look at an object, so her pet or a leaf or a piece of fruit. She would look at it on her table and then try to notice all the lines and replicate that, put that on her page. And so this is a great way to just practice that. I'm going to try my best with a little mouse. Yours is going to turn out much better than mine. So take some time. And I'll probably go faster. You can take as slow as you want. You can pause this video as much as you want. And this is just a good way to practice looking at a shape and drawing the same shape. So try to copy it, what you see with your eyes. So here we have just a little dot right there. I'm going to change my color. I'll do gray because you're drawing with gray pencil. So then try to do the same thing on the next side. There's like a little line here. So kind of like that, right? And try and make it the same size as the square above. So however much space it takes up, try to make it take up about the same amount of space. So I see I'm trying to start in about the same spot and end in about the same spot. Ooh, this looks like we're drawing. I wonder if you can guess what we're drawing here. I think this looks like a beak. If you're starting to notice, all of these are parts of the bird below, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. Oh, I see. Every one of these is like a new part of the picture, huh? I think this is a feather. We've got a couple feathers here. Okay, so I might have gone faster than you did. Just pause the video and keep working on trying to draw what you see there. And when you're ready, you can go down to the bottom of this page, and we're going to try to draw these simple lines that we see here, this parrot, and turn this parrot into draw the same thing on this side. So here's just a little trick. Do this maybe first. I would take your pencil and draw a little circle on the parrot everywhere the picture touches the side of the square, side of the rectangle, right? So I see the parrot goes all the way from the top corner here, his head and his beak, all the way down, and the little part of his tail hits the bottom corner down here. And I'm going to do my best to do that same thing over here. So let's maybe start with the head. I'll start kind of where I see that dot and try to replicate it over here. So dot goes down like this. Then when you're ready, you can try to draw that beak. And I see that the beak kind of goes like that. And I want to, yeah, so try your best. And all right, this is art. Doesn't have to look perfect. Ooh, see, I just made mine a little jiggly. Looks like he's kind of craning his neck like this. Okay, so then I got my eyes and his eye. I'm going to draw his wing there and his body. And I've got his 3 tail feathers. Remember that last tail feather goes all the way to the corner and back up. Good. I got his body. And if you can get in there, my feet aren't going to look as good as those feet. There we go. Something like that. Take some time. Take your time. Just try to draw that parrot using as much of the screen as you can. And if you need to pause the video, go for it. I'm going to go on to the last page. So another thing that Frida Kahlo loved to do, if you remember from the PowerPoint, is she loved to fill her background of a lot of her paintings with leaves, just the nature that's all around her. So we're going to work on drawing some leaves and also thinking about the texture of those leaves. Even if you want, you can go out to your backyard and grab a leaf, a couple leaves that you can find out there. Some of them are nice and shiny and smooth. Some of them are kind of fuzzy and they have lines through them and kind of twigs. So think about the texture of the leaves. So first let's practice making some simple leaf shapes with your pencil. So same thing, kind of look where they start. They're starting at the edge and they go to the edge, and try to fill out these little boxes as much as you can. So take some time and draw each leaf. As best you can. And Frida liked to use up as much of her space as she could, so try to use up all the space on your page. I like these leaves, look kind of like hearts. Okay, so keep working on those, and then I'm going to explain this last page down here, or the last part of page 2. We're thinking about texture now. So in the painting, we're going to do in the next video, you're going to join us for the actual art. We're going to do some still life and draw one of Frida Kahlo's birds. But think about the texture. So you have a bird, and the bird might have like nice fluffy feathers, right? Or the leaves would have, maybe they're those shiny kind of leaves or those fuzzy kind of leaves. And so if you have some crayons or pastels nearby, you're going to want those for the video next time. But maybe just take some time and practice making some texture. So how could you do texture? I'm doing this online, so I don't have pastels or crayons that I can draw on my computer screen because that would be silly. But I can pretend I have some pastels and I can kind of make some swirly feathers or something. Oops. You can't move your drawings around, but since I'm doing this on the computer, I can. That's silly. And then you could do, I could change it to some green, and I could try to make some texture. I notice when I look at leaves, the lines usually move the same direction. So there's like straight lines like that sometimes on some of the leaves I watch. So I try to do that. But take some time, just practice making some texture with the leaves or the feathers on your birds here. And that's about it. I'm really excited to do the next art with you. We're going to be joined with my daughter Jane, and we're going to have a lot of fun drawing in the style of Frida Kahlo and learning more about her heritage as well. All right. Well, thanks, boys and girls. We'll see you soon.